author Sarah A. Chrisman.
And I'm Gabriel Chrisman.
And today we're for America's 250th birthday, we're talking about what America means to us.
That's a very interesting question.
It's a big question.
It is.
And I think most people, it's a very personal question.
Mm-hmm.
Because many people will have similar answers, but they'll all feel them different ways.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Diana's
nice
a patriotic little
That's
kitty.
right.
Yeah, be nice. Respect the flag. Respect the flag. And so, I think that one of the big things that America should mean to everyone is liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I mean, those are the three big ones that are enshrined in our founding documents.
And for me, at least, what it boils down to, and what makes America different for me, at least, from a lot of other places that can make similar claims, is that America is really about freedom and individuality.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's very different. It's something that's very important to me. A lot of other countries, they may declare freedom and everything, but they still really declare that you are a part of a particular community. They define themselves by these groupings.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas America, to me, that pursuit of happiness line is really the key to it.
Well,
that it is about individual happiness.
Right. I think that to Americans, our idea of pursuit of happiness is tied up with our individuality.
Correct. Instead of being a part of a community. That's
Mm-hmm.
very different to me.
Well, I think that we do feel a connection to all our fellow Americans.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the same as in a communist country or a socialist country,
Mm-hmm.
where they're obliged to conform to a certain homogeneity.
Right, and it's not even the same as countries where that sort of homogeneity is more the expectation, even if it's not enforced.
Right.
It's simply, I think that individuality aspect is the key, at least from my deepest feelings about being an American.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think that the idea of the pursuit of happiness that's tied up with individuality, it's also tied up very much with the idea of self-betterment
Mm-hmm.
and the right to self-betterment, because I think that's a very important part of America. The idea that you're not necessarily preordained to whatever condition you're born into.
Right, the American dream, right?
Yeah, the American dream.
There's a reason it's called that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that everyone can improve their lot in life and that everyone should.
Mm-hmm.
And that we have almost a duty and an obligation to ourselves to live the best life we can.
Mm-hmm.
And living the best life we can and bettering ourselves and bettering the world around us is part of respecting the honor we've been given by being born into this wonderful country.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's very important.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And the 250th anniversary is an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I was not born in time for the 200th anniversary, but I can see and read from the history of that was a big deal. I've read plenty about the centennial celebration in 1876.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting that, we're getting to live through the 250th here.
Yeah.
And the sort of halfway mileposts are an interesting one as well.
People like round numbers.
They do.
They're very conducive to retrospection and introspection at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like not as much is going on for the 250th as went on for the bicentennial.
Definitely not, yeah, because as far as I can tell from that, it was everywhere.
Yeah. Again, I wasn't born yet either, but I get the impression that there was a lot more going on.
Mm-hmm.
But in any case, coming back to the idea of what it means to be an American. And, coming back to the idea of self-betterment, that's why our country expanded the way it did. It was people wanting better homes for their families. It was people wanting just better lives for their families.
And America was very welcoming,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a place where anyone could live that dream.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that was really a key to it. It wasn't about limitations.
Right.
It was about possibility.
And it could be that welcoming because it was all about pluckiness and the idea of pulling yourself up by your bootstraps.
It was self-reliance.
Self-reliance.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that is another important part of being American. The reason that they could have such open doors was because it was a sink or swim situation.
Yeah, there was not a lot of help provided or support, especially not at an institutional level.
Right.
You might find support at a community level or certainly from other individuals.
Or at a church level, which
Correct.
is another sort of community. A lot of the Irish Americans who came over in the 19th century found support through the Catholic Church.
Mm-hmm. And through their sort of social clubs and organizations.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But it wasn't an organized government effort.
Right. Because when they started trying to do, and I say trying, to do that sort of support at a government level, that's when they started having to institute lots of regulations about how many people we could take in.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you started getting limiting factors. But when it was a situation where you can come no matter who you are,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just up to you if you succeed or not, then they could bring everyone in. They could let everyone in.
Yeah, and certainly at the late 19th century, early 20th century, that's the situation.
Right.
And that is, that's how we got the population we really have now.
Mm-hmm.
That's when people really arrived in huge numbers.
Right.
And created that blend of cultures that became mainstream America.
Right. And there's often again, respect the flag, honey. There's often a question of whether America is a salad bowl or a melting pot. That's the classic question.
Right.
I would tend to argue that we aren't quite either one. We're more of a stew, really, because we retain our individuality. We each retain our unique personalities and what makes us as individuals. But as a stew has its broth, as it has its liquid that all the vegetables and the meats are in together, there is something unifying about being an American, and I think it's that belief in freedom.
Yeah, I think that's a good connection. And again, how many other countries in the world sort of make this goal of happiness?
Yeah,
The
pursuit of happiness.
The pursuit of happiness, exactly.
There are a few.
There are a few. Yeah.
And there is one country, I don't remember which one, but there is one country that instead of measuring its GDP actually measures the happiness quotient
yes, right.
of its citizens, which I think is marvelous. I think that is wonderful. Now, that's something I think America could aspire to, potentially.
Well, since we do have that pursuit of happiness enshrined as being one of our main goals.
But it would be harder to measure because everyone's idea of happiness is different.
Right, and that is, again, to me, the defining factor is that we get to choose.
Yeah.
And we get to choose our own aims, choose our own methods, see how it turns out. And there's no guarantee.
Right.
But what you're promised here is the chance.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, just on that idea of individuality and freedom and everyone having a chance, we just want to wish everyone out there a happy 4th of July. And happy 250th birthday to America.
Exactly.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.